Hello everybody and welcome back to Transport Fever. So here we got a crocodile. Well, I actually have 3 of these. And this guy was added last time in order to distribute all the steel and planks and stuff we get up here to the different factories around Corleywood. Now, that guy will not make money, but he's quite important for our achievement run here with Industrialist. Now, this will most likely make it so I don't get as much money as before. Also, we added this steel train, I think. So he's bringing steel from this steel mill, which might prove to be a bit counter-intuitive as well, since we could downgrade. Alright, that might seem a bit strange. I mean, this has potential of 400 steel. If we check with our old steel mill down here, it has a potential of only 200 steel, so I'm a bit concerned that my new steel mill down there will make this guy produce less steel. And that might have dire consequences. But other than that, I think, well, we have set up Leatherhead as kind of a hub here. And that's something I should continue doing in a later episode. So today I'm thinking about adding like this Peninsula, like this island almost, to my network. Now, I made a challenge for myself here. I'm not going to use bridges for this island, so my thought process is to use the same harbor, well, at least the same area back here, over here, to transport goods back and forth. So I'm going to connect lumber, oil and stone down here, and I'm thinking I will bring that over close to this steel mill. So I will, well, doesn't really matter, but yeah, so I will get logs, fuel, well, logs and oil and stone might end up over here in my new harbor. And then I will use the logs to get planks. So I will deliver the logs up here, vroom, and turn them into planks up here. And then bring them back and turn it into goods down here. So we got planks, then we need steel or plastic. So why not use steel from this steel mill? And up here we have iron ore and coal. So you could use the same train tracks for that, I'm hoping. I also have a brickyard up here we could use for the stone. Now, yeah, I guess so. Maybe we get some slag as well, which I would prefer not to get, but alright. Otherwise we can just let this stone get to this harbor and get transported with the same trains as the other guys. And the slag down here, we can have stone and slag. But I would like to connect all industries from this peninsula today. And well, most of the stuff here, that sawmill, these 2 mines, and this goods factory. And maybe I don't know where I'm supposed to bring all the goods after. I guess to Patchway. I could bring it into Patchway. It's fine. Yeah, well, whatever. Well, it's kind of important, but let's start over here. So we are most likely going to get fuel back, I hope, so we can bring the fuel with the same train into the city as well. So we need to have oil going out, fuel coming back to Chesterfield, and then the train going empty to the industry here. So let's see what we can do. Now this hill is kind of steep. Well, you can actually just go down here. Not sure why I did these circles with my other track, but okay. Yeah, well, whatever, we need a station. So number tracks 2, high speed, second street connection, not really necessary. You could almost have it like this. Nah. I don't like the fact that I will have to make it go like it's too steep, and if I have it like this, the end over here is quite high up in the air. Maybe if I put it downwards, like down over here maybe. Then we need to have a steep corner instead. Maybe this is fine. 500. Right, 500s. 400. It's going to be fine. So you are in range, that's good. Now need to be able to connect it down here somewhere. So I'm most likely going to have a small shuttle train going back and forth here. Yeah. I guess the same train could possibly bring back bricks if you're making bricks somewhere. Maybe we can make bricks up here. The problem is that might be too far away from this stone. Like, they don't like to transport things too far. Anyways, that might be an idea. So make it sure this thing can go into the city if we want to bring some kind of bricks inside the city. Right. But I still think a shuttle service is better than having the same train go to both these. So let's see. Join. Yoink. Now, I did actually have a short stream playing some Transport Fever this week, so it was kind of interesting. It's a bit harder because usually I try to figure out something to do before I start recording. When streaming, it's so easy to get distracted, and I'm getting distracted even when I'm not streaming, so. Well, I think I will stream a little bit more of this game because it's kind of a chill game to stream. So, where do I want to put the freight station? Somewhere where it covers both industry and commercial, like over here. It's fine. Let's actually make it a little bit more like let's have it have 3 tracks. Actually, I realized that section was quite unnecessary, so let's just put this a little bit more in the center and like on this side. Something like that. So you need to connect that station, this station. That station isn't really required to be connected, but it could be fine. It could be fine. Let's head over here. So my plan is to have one of these guys. So have something like this. That way I should be able to use the steel mill. I'm not sure if I really want to use the steel mill though. Will that just screw things over? It looks kind of cool, so. So this thing will cover both that harbor and the steel mill if need be. And then I want to have 3 terminals here. And something like this. So, and then the question is, do I want to have the same thing over here? That I connect the factory and the harbor with one and the same station? I feel like that might just make things really strange, but maybe it could be cool. Maybe 1 million, that's not cheap. So that's in range. Let's see if we can make docks in range as well. Would be maybe too steep here. No, it actually worked, really. The problem is if I will want to add a truck stop here, I guess. It also works. Okay, fine. So the idea here is to connect this island with these 2 harbors, and then I will have ships going over here with crude oil and timber, and that should be used to make steel, well, goods over here by cutting logs down here Okay, let's start building because this will actually take quite a while. So, let's start with our trusty logs here. How bad is that mountain? It's quite bad. I really want to have a tunnel through it. I guess so. Will it ever come up over here? Okay. Let's make smaller chunks and see if we can climb this thing. Yeah, I'm not so sure about how good it is at following the land when you try to make it like it feels like it. Yeah, I guess you can't just have it change. Well, maybe you can. I'm not sure if it has to break when it comes to a section like this where it's going to go airborne almost. Okay. I feel like I should have been down here somewhere, but you can go a little bit further down. Unable to align terrain. Why is that? Yeah, we are getting a little bit too steep here. Let's see what it says when we try to connect this. 1.14 million. Can we make it cheaper? Nope. Let's move the road for the time being here. At least it's pretty quick. I can go maximum speed all the way. That's pretty legit. That song is not really my favorite in the soundtrack. This one is better song. So that's pretty much set up. We just need to have diamond crossing here and then we should be good to go. Boom. Too much slope. We just needed too much slope crossing here and we should be good to go. Do it like this. So let's see if making it totally flat will work. Something I'm trying out, if this always works when you use totally flat section of track, and it seems to work pretty fine. Right. That might be a problem though. Whoops. Will you still have courage? I hope so. Yeah, that doesn't really look very good, but screw that. Now, how do you connect you guys? Over here. Can't make a bridge over. Tunnel under? No. I don't want to use trucks. Okay. Can we make a tunnel if I go somewhere up here maybe? I guess we could just cross, screw it. We can have a level crossing for this section. I guess we can make it go over if we ever have more freight going here. But if it's going to be maybe bricks, it feels like a bit of an overkill to go all in, trying to make sure that that actually works. So, are we going to be able to make a diamond crossing here? I think not, but we can try. Too much slope. Okay, it actually worked. Okay. I'm impressed. Are you impressed? I'm impressed. So, yeah, if I go down like this, I will have the most expensive bridge ever. So I will need to make quite a tight turn and go down with the help of the edge of the mountain here. Which is fine, because that usually just looks better. Than me just having long bridges, which I will most likely end up having anyways, but because it seems not. Yeah, I don't really know how to really make sure that it always goes down. Like if I keep on doing it like this, they will end up like not going as steep as I want them to. 1 million. 81 kilometers. Yeah, well, it actually is going down here. Well, here it goes up. So that's a problem. It's so hard to see when it... Like, look at this. I haven't done any progress going downwards at all. Ah, well. So, I wouldn't mind if you actually could make it in like 120 at least. Oh, and screw you, game. Nice, nice road. The fact that it actually tries to do this. The only problem is that I can't do it with one more. Oh, I can. Alright. Okay, funny game. I will let you keep that section. Now the next problem is the fact that if I'm going to bring the oil down here, I guess I could take a platform here. And connect it like this. No. Yeah, it's a little bit too steep for train tracks here. But this looks fine. No, damn it, I thought I was making a tunnel under there. I really want more level crossings. At the same time, this island is a little bit... I think I actually made this on the wrong side. Maybe it's fine. I mean, at the same time, I don't really care too much about this island. What happens on the island stays on the island. So... my hate for level crossings might not be a thing here. Right. So we need a couple of lines here. We need a shuttle line here. It can go to the city as well if we need to get something in there. So we can call this Chesterfield Shuttle, I guess. Iron Shuttle maybe. And then we need a new line that goes from over here with... oh yeah, it's tree or logs, so yeah. It's going to be walk to Havant. Logs, maybe we will get bricks back. Maybe. And then we need the oil guy. So he will go from over here, over there, then down over here, and he actually took the correct way. Perfect. This is going to be Chesterfield to Havant, oil and fuel, maybe. We will see if we get any fuel back here. Okay. And then we go over here, and we will set up a line here that goes over here. So this is going to be to patch. Don't I already have this? Oil and logs. Well, I still haven't connected the stone guy up here, but one I will have to think about that. So now I need to fix it on this side. That's easier said than done. But we're going to have a shuttle service for iron to this location. Maybe we should start with the logs here. Something like this. Oops, I got the secondary connection here, but that's not the end of the world. Could be proven useful someday, somehow. So that's one station. Where was I supposed to bring the oil? I'm not completely sure. Didn't I have a plan for this? Now, the problem is I can't bring it down here because this one I think is too far away from an oil well. So if I want to turn the oil into fuel, I think I would like to use this refinery, maybe. Oh well, let's continue with the logs for the time being. So let's get a couple of extra platforms on this guy because I feel like I might need them. Make sure that this is in range. And then we have this guy. Now, okay, that's decently flat. Well, I can have 4, I guess. Why not? Then we can have iron ore coming in on one platform. This guy should at least have a little bit of a smaller station. So check the contours. Terrain alignment collision. Tunnels for 1.3 million. Cheaper. That's cheaper. So like that. Now I don't think I want to... I think I want to just pass it by with my log train here. They will be using the same tracks for a little bit, but how about this city? We can pass on the left side here. Maybe the same train track can be used for passenger lines. Maybe. Make it like that. And then we need to connect it down here. I don't want to have it on a level crossing here. Oof. That's most likely going to be pretty expensive. Tunnel. 3 million, 2.5 million, 2 million tunnel, 1.4 going over. The going over is cheaper, but it does look pretty silly, doesn't it? Let's have it go under. I think that makes more sense. Too much slope. Yeah. Big surprise. Well, do I really need to have a diamond crossing here? Let's pretend we don't. Come on, connect it. Thank you. $300. 200. Eek. That's fine. Let's have it awfully looking crossing there, and then continue on here. So I've been building this for a half an hour, really? Makes me think that maybe I should start fast forwarding stuff again. Is this really going uphill? Oh, it is. The more you know, kids. And that was a couple of frames we missed. We are never going to see them again. Construction not possible. Right. That worked. Right. So we have shuttle service. We have the ability to make steel. Yeah. Okay. I feel like this is a terrible idea, but okay. So we need a line that brings logs, turn these logs into planks, get these planks over here and turn them into some kind of goods. This goes to patchwork, shard, logs and planks. Yeah, he's driving on the wrong side of the track. Is he doing that all the time? Ay, ay, ay. Seems like it. Too much slope. Holy crap. Okay, screw you guys. I have learned how to make diamond crossings now, so I click that button and it will always work. It always works. I want to kind of go fast on 52 there though. Right, now it looks a little bit better. I'm just going to check it a little bit later on as well when it goes over here. Okay, that's fine. And let's check it down here as well. Right, so it works fine. Yeah, so then we need the train that goes with iron ore over here and over there. So this is going to be a Burton iron shuttle. Come on. Like that. And yeah, you can use one track, that's fine. And then we have the guy that will bring iron and coal down to the steel mill. Boom. Burton to Patchway, iron and coal. Usually make these black as a night. He's right on the wrong side of the track, like a total boss. Let me hear you say, too much slope. Oh, okay. Okay, so now we're making steel up as well. Now the plank guy might take logs and steel down here and turn the logs into planks and then log and steel down here in order to make goods. Maybe. Maybe. So if that's the case, I'm thinking if I should use, yeah, let's use this city for that. So we will bring maybe some tools over here or goods over here. So yeah, let's click on this button, make it totally flat. Construction not possible. Okay. So something like that. So we should drop off goods here. That will have to be a pretty cheap ass shuttle service. And I want this guy to be able to join the old passenger line as well. So I can bring goods from this location down to Havant or whatever. So it can actually be brought back to... This is actually not used for anything, so let's just delete that section. Let's make it flat here. Something like that. 200 kilometers an hour is fine. So any additional goods I make, I can just send to Havant instead. I want to connect like almost every single city, both passenger and freight trains, so that's one of the goals I have here. So like that, and then we need to connect it up somewhere. Not sure why there are old buildings here. I guess I made a train station here, then people moved from this section. that, and connect it over here with a tunnel. Okay. How many millions have I been spending right now? I don't really want to know, so don't have to tell me. Okay, so then we have a line that will bring goods back and forth over here. So this is going to be pathway goods, some kind of purple. Nice. So I think we have everything. Now we just need to have some trains. Quite a lot of trains. So they will have to be pretty cheap. That's for sure, because, yeah, reasons. I know there will be a pretty good diesel train soon for shuttle services. But I guess the Baden will have to do for now. This guy is just going to bring some logs back and forth here. Which Chesterfield shuttle. That. Maybe he will bring bricks. Maybe he won't. I don't really know. I don't really want to make a depot up here. Let's find another flat section where we can make it. So we actually have both the faster state cars and the faster oil wagons. So if we want to, we could use the Mallard. It's not a terrible idea. We could also use this guy. It's a bit cheaper, a bit stronger if you look at the top speed. It's mostly the lifespan that's pretty cool. Nah, let's go Mallard. I think, well, we have electric power, so it's time to live in the future. So I will have a pretty cheap ass train here, a pretty short train. So I just want to activate these lines so I see that they are actually working out fine. Yeah, I'm kind of building my depots on the wrong side of the road. Let's build one of these. You're going to bring some stake cars. Not too many because I don't have as much money as I had hoped. Don't I have this logs and planks set up here? Maybe I didn't make this. Yo. Wook. I guess it's closer to Wooking than down here. Okay. That's fine. And then we need some boats. So we need a viola for some oil. We need an axle for some logs. Set up over here. Yeah. And one depot in the hillside here. Should we still keep on doing the RE44? I guess so. So, stake cars. Okay. Ooh, I can just see how I'm losing more and more money. What is the city called? Patchway. Logs and planks. And steel, most likely. And then we have the iron ore thingy. I can't remember really. Oh yeah, these are actually slower. It's going to be fine. Well, sooner or later we will find something that actually color this in some nice fancy colors. It should be one of the black ones, shouldn't it? This one. Nice. Good, good. And then we need an iron ore shuttle, and then we should be good to go. 1 hour later, holy poof. Yeah. Yep. Guess a depot here. I will have to remove it sooner or later, but that's fine. Oh, these guys. They will not really be doing a whole lot. This is here for the iron shuttle. Alright. No loans. Good. Let's see if this guy will get any logs at all. He can take a lap. Someone driving on the wrong side of the track, maybe? Couple of signals. We'll most likely have to do this on the other side of the ocean as well. Or an ocean. Yeah, that's very much not an ocean. Very much not an ocean. If this thing will give me money, well, I don't really need money from this line in particular, but if I'm getting more money, I hope that in the next episode I think I will try to continue on with like how I made it up here. Look at all this livestock. But where I have a freight station in each city that is connected in one way or another to Leatherhead. That's my goal. Look at this, we have some planks waiting or logs waiting. Well, yeah, we don't have any oil waiting for obvious reasons. Right, tell you what. Let's see if we can get a connection here. Like so. 96 kilometers an hour. So the reason why I'm not going for a fancier place like over here is that I think this is too far away from the oil well. So I'm going to just use the same as I'm already using down here, which is too bad, but so be it. That does mean that I can't really use an electric train. Oh well. That's fine. That is fine. I actually have a diesel train, so I'm thinking about using the no hub here. Or the Mallard. This guy is fine. Get a couple of these. So you can go back and forth here. Patchway, well, it should be, nah, patchway is fine. Patchway, Havant, oil and fuel, I can't spell. Like that. Let's see if this thing wakes up. Potential here. I hope we can see it's going up soon. Look at that. So they are starting to produce some oil. Perfect. And we have logs and we have no money. No freaking money. But this means that we have this whole peninsula set up more than that. Well, we don't have the quarry here, so we need to add that sooner or later, but we're actually getting closer and closer for the industrialist. Well, there are still like 500 billion factories down here, but hopefully I can add this construction plant and this quarry together. Or I will just use this old harbor. Yeah. Losing money is a thing. Already getting fuel over here. And the goods. Did I set up a goods train by any chance? Nope. Can I do that before I run out of money? Maybe. It's mostly to be safe, so because I will most likely forget this. Verbandswagen. Get two of these guys in Patchway Goods, I think it's called. Pat Goods. And you can have it purple. Doesn't look very good maybe in purple, but so hopefully we don't have to take any loans. Hopefully, but I should kind of feel like I'm losing too much money here, so I should take a fast look if something is wrong. Oh yeah, maybe this section, no? Yeah, this is an issue. I'm getting two long trains, so they can actually get in the way like this. So yeah, let's remove that signal. It should hopefully make these guys rockets out, but then I will also make sure that we can use another section to get out of here. Something like that. This is the problem when I rarely look at my old setups. Like if I want to just make money, I should just keep on expanding on what I already have in place. But I don't want this factory to produce too much food, because I need to produce food in other factories as well. So I can't just expand on one place all the time. Even if that's what makes me money, like these guys should expand on this guy, because this is a lot of money. I could use that money right now. But anyway, so in the next episode I'm thinking about adding a line between shard and trim. Let's see who's complaining. This guy. Okay, oh, fine. So I will try to continue on adding more cities to my freight network, because if I connect these two, then it's only Watford that's not connected up here. Maybe I should connect St. Helens with Leatherhead more as well. We already have a fuel train going back and forth, but we could get some more stuff. And then I want to start to expand south here and connect Leatherhead with this train track. I also need to speed things up here since it's so slow, this section. The trains are getting way too fast for this curvy train or railroad. Even if it does look pretty cool. Try to ship more. I'm thinking that maybe this is not quite working. We flatten this thing a little bit. I just have a feeling that that might be a problem, the fact that I had that stupid bridge. But this guy actually Gore bricks. I think this guy is really a really shitty train, so I should maybe think about upgrading. It's always losing money, so it's not like it's super interesting to upgrade that guy. What I could do is I could have a new line. I don't think of a line that will go into Leatherhead with bricks here, so was on Leatherhead bricks. Maybe that's what we need. Eek. Freaking. Yeah. So now we can have bricks in Leatherhead as well, and then we just need to have a brick train, bring it out to Buckingham and stuff, which I guess we could do. Flying Scotsman, a couple of stay cars, and get this guy on Leatherhead maybe. Leatherhead buck goods. Right. It wouldn't be bad if they warned you when trains was getting stuck, because I think that might help a little bit. I have noticed that this section is not super efficient either. Like these two lines are crossing each other down here, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. In my opinion. Maybe that's something I should fix right away, since why not? Let's let this guy go back again, and then I will do some engineering. Oh, it's a new... yeah, this is the diesel train I was hoping for. It that will most likely replace the Baden. Whoops, that poor train. I will just use one platform for each here. For each line. Should make a little bit more sense. Tenant oil refinery. What's the problem, officer? I guess you want to ship more items? But there are like nothing waiting, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. Look at this guy, he's almost making money already. Just going back and forth over here. Potential 33 goods in potential here. But yeah, like I said, when I connect, just like I have up here, when I connect every city with Leatherhead, the potential for this factory down here will be quite high. Quite high indeed. Waiting for free path. Ay, ay, ay. Why are you driving on the wrong side of the road? Okay, fine, fine. so many issues. Too much slope. Yeah, screw you. Just make it happen. I'm like, oh, look at all the stuff waiting, and it's like, oh, okay, that's because my whole system is breaking down. Okay, fine. This is also interesting that there are steel waiting here. So most likely this steel will be brought all the way down here, and then they will bring the steel back again in order to make it go from this this harbor to this harbor. They need to use the train to go back and forth, which is a bit silly. But anyways, let's find ourselves one of the new guys here. If we check the trains, let's get a new nice electric train. 59. Let's join this guy, and thank you for watching. me building a worthless setup for 1 hour. Hopefully I can get a little bit more efficient the next time, but we did almost add a full Peninsula to our network. Even if these trains are really small right now, we have a full chain. I don't like to make half chains. I need to finish what I started, otherwise I would just forget what I was doing anyways. So, but anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye.